Ten,
Standby to take studio.
7, 6,
Standby
5,
camera 1, mics 1 and 2.
3, 2, 1.
Take studio.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of MCTV News. I'm your host, Bree Farough.
And I'm Weston Stevenson. On today's show, we'll have a look at a local Morinville karate dojo. Avery Pelletier and Bree Farough show a promotional video for tomorrow's open house. Cohen Pelletier gives us a look at the MCHS junior varsity basketball team. And Ryan Cox has a report on MCHS's very own student council. But first, here's our top story.
Every year, students get the day off in February to spend time with their families, and many facilities love to host events for the whole family to enjoy. Elizabeth Nelson took a trip all the way out to the Edmonton Garrison to capture all their fun and brings us this report.
The Family Day event is an annual event held each year at the Edmonton Garrison Recreational Center, hoping to celebrate families through bringing families and friends from all over Edmonton together. Through hosting diverse third-party participants, there was a variety of offered activities such as balloon animals, bouncy castles, a petting zoo, and face painting. All of this was graciously planned by the base, hoping to bring awareness to the variety of services and companies all over Edmonton, as well as celebrating all local families.
Expose people to what we have to offer on the base. We host many events here, and we just hope everyone can take in, celebrate Family Day with their loved ones, with their family, with their friends, and to see what the whole base has to offer.
The event was estimated to host 3,500 to 5,000 people from all over the Edmonton area, comprised of families, couples, and friends. The third-party companies use this to their advantage to gain exposure for their companies. Though the primary goal for these companies remains to bring awareness, there exist other motivations through the event.
Spread awareness about the programs that we have. We've got our therapy dog teams here today as well. So there's like 8 dogs we've got going on here today, and we just really want to bring awareness to all the things that we do at St. John's.
We just show the community that we're here on base and we're here to support their families. So we see a lot of families that we already have accessing our programs, and also welcoming new families that are not aware of our programs.
For my vendors to get their products out to a wider range of people.
Attendees of the event enjoyed the variety of activities available. Events such as the petting zoo and face painting remained popular amongst parents and kids, while the participating parties, as well as the attendees, shared common liking toward the event as they enjoyed watching the kids enjoy all of the available activities. As a result of everyone's positive experience, many attendees feel as if they will make a return to the next annual event.
You know what? I love seeing the kids. I love seeing their eyes light up when we've got our dogs come by. I love seeing people who are interested in getting a part of the organization and volunteering.
Simply seeing all of the different booths and stuff, and all the activities that the kids are enjoying. I'm seeing a lot of kids enjoying face painting and then inflatables, so all the variety of activities.
I like the face paint and the petting zoo a lot. The bouncy castle and the horses.
The Family Day event at the Edmonton Garrison brings families from all over Edmonton together, as there is a little something for everyone. This is Elizabeth Nelson reporting for MCTV News.
A recent blast of spring-like conditions has been replaced by another blast of wintry cold. Here to see what this week has in store for us weather-wise is our in-studio meteorologist, Cheyenne Baird.
Thank you, Weston. For the weather for the national forecast, Whitehorse is going to be -3, Yellowknife is -18, Vancouver is going to be 8 degrees, Regina is going to be -2, Winnipeg is going to be 4, Toronto is going to be 1, Montreal is going to be -1, Iqaluit's going to be -16, and over here in Halifax we're going to have it at 6 degrees, and St. John's going to be 4. And on to the provincial forecast. High level is going to be -12. Fort McMurray is going to be -11. Grand Prairie and Jasper with the chance of snow is going to be -8 and 1 degrees. Banff is going to be 3. Edmonton is going to be 0 degrees with the chance of snow. Same with Red Deer, but it's going to be -1. Calgary is going to be +5, and Medicine Hat will be +10. On to today's report. It's going to be -7 with a chance of snow. The wind's going to be 13 kilometers per hour. The humidity is going to be 89%. Sunrise today was 7:55 a.m. and the sunset's going to be 7:32 p.m. And for the weekly reports, Wednesday and Thursday is going to be the high of -5 and -8 and a low of -7 and -14. The weekend's going to be pretty cold. It's going to be high of -11 and -7, and low is going to be -19 and -16. And upcoming week, it's going to be -5 and -3, and for the lows, it's going to be -9 and -8.
Thanks, Cheyenne. The Rooke School of Karate in Morinville provides locals with access to a local karate dojo that teaches Uichi-ryu originating from the Japanese island of Okinawa. Next month, 3 skilled students from this dojo are competing in the Canadian National Karate Tournament. I went to check it out, and here's my report. In Morinville, there's a karate dojo named the Rooke School of Karate, and have many different students of age, skill, and how long they've been doing it. There's also 3 students headed to nationals, and they all have different reasons for why they continue doing karate after so long.
I've been doing karate for the past 10 years, so I started in 2014. I was 3 years old, and the reason why I just kept pushing is because I like just to learn more competition and just find out, learning the different styles and whatnot.
I've been doing karate for over 25 years. I started at the age of 32. I like the aspect of learning a self-defense program, and then managed to graduate into being able to have my own martial arts school. I love teaching. It's being able to bring across what I want the students to learn and seeing their progress and their development.
The 3 competitors going to nationals have many different reasons for why they enjoy competing.
What competing about karate is that I get some new experiences. It doesn't matter if I win or if I lose. It just matters that I tried, and it's extra fun in the end.
What I like about competitions is just going there for the experience and to learn from other masters and other people.
Competitions, there's usually 2 sides. There's the negative sides of the stuff that everyone always thinks in the competitions, and then there's the positive side. And the negatives is when you step off the mat, you'll see I could have done this better. I could have punched faster and whatnot.
Sensei and his students all have many different reasons for why they joined karate.
I joined karate not just to learn self-defense, the flashy kicks and whatnot, but to find different community, different friends, just a different environment, a safe space.
Joining karate is a personal endeavor. If you're looking for something for physical activity or learning a self-defense program.
Sensei and his students have worked hard to get to where they've been, and Sensei enjoys teaching his students. For MCTV, this is Weston Stevenson.
Here are your school announcements for Wednesday, March 12th. This school year, MCHS opened the Star Spirit Lodge, a place to connect and celebrate Indigenous culture. Join us for Smudge every Thursday in room 113. Grade 9 badminton tryouts start on Thursday, March 17th at 3 p.m. Locale Mr. Coxon for more information. If you are a grade 9, 10, or 11 student planning on coming back to MCHS next fall, please make sure you return your 2025 to 26 registration packages ASAP. Many option classes are first served, first filled, so don't miss out. You can return your completed forms to either the MCHS main office, or you can submit your registration online. For these and all other school information, keep connected by listening to the daily announcements, logging onto the school's website at www.mchs.ab.ca, or by following the school on Facebook, Twitter/X, or Instagram. As well, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel by searching MCTV Morinville.
Coming up next, my fellow hosts Bree Farough along with Avery Pelletier have put together one heck of a video tour of our school ahead of tomorrow's night's annual open house. Without any further ado, here's your passport to MCHS.
Hi there, I'm Bree.
And I'm Avery.
On most days, we're grade 12 students at Morinville Community High School.
But today, we're your tour guides, here to help you create the perfect itinerary for your 3 or 4-year stay at MCHS.
MCHS boasts an amazing variety of options, clubs, and opportunities for you to enjoy.
So buckle up, because this is your passport to MCHS. First, let's lay out some ground rules to make sure that yours and others' journeys are as enjoyable and safe as possible. An MCHS Wolf HOWLS. HOWLS is an acronym which stands for Honor, Ownership, Welcoming, Leadership, and Spirit. This applies not only to students, but also to our staff members. Everyone at MCHS is dedicated to keeping our school an amazing place to be.
And by representing HOWLS, you could earn yourself some free food. At our monthly HOWLS lunches, teachers nominate students who exemplify HOWLS to receive a special lunch.
Hold on. If you look behind me, you'll notice the habitat of some wild llamas, the drama llamas. Try your hand at acting, singing, and dancing in our award-winning performing arts program, which puts on amazing musicals every year.
If you'd really like a challenge, our advanced drama class, which competes in yearly one-act play competitions, is the perfect place for you. And we kinda won last year. And if you're into making music, we also have an amazing band program.
If you're interested in the visual arts, you'll find your home in our art room. We love art at MCHS, so much so that it's all over our school, even our bathrooms.
Ground control to Major Tom. Ground control to Major Tom.
Ground control to Major Tom. Can you hear me, Major Tom? What have I told you about hanging out in the bathroom? Get to class.
If you're more athletically inclined, there's no shortage of opportunities for you either. Our competitive sports teams are a highlight of our school, and you could be the one to score that winning basket, spike, or goal for the Wolves next year. There are so many chances to participate in MCHS athletics, including basketball, volleyball, cheer, badminton, golf, rugby, curling, esports, and an all-new hockey academy.
Our school also has a bunch of exciting option classes for you to try, many of which are in our freshly renovated Career and Technology Studies wing. Enjoy a spa day in our cosmetology class, where you can learn how to beautify hair, skin, and nails.
Or enjoy making delicious cuisine in our state-of-the-art foods lab.
Cupcake?
Don't mind if I do.
Or learn how to put on a news broadcast and make videos just like this one in our television arts class.
And that's not even the half of it. When it comes to your option classes at MCHS, your options really are endless. You can also try gaming,
film studies,
AP Computer Science Principles,
fashions,
sports med,
forensics, construction,
and more.
And if all of that has you a little tired out, you can kick back and relax in our new Star Spirit Lodge, a place to celebrate Indigenous culture, get study help, and participate in fun activities like that. Finally, at Morinville Community High School, we promise to honor your Catholic faith and recognize that all of our students have been given unique gifts by God. No matter which path you decide to take at MCHS, know that Jesus will be walking with you.
Well, it's about time we let you explore all this for yourself.
Thanks for joining us today. We hope to see you start your journey here in the fall.
Welcome back. Here for all of yesterday's scores in the NHL, NBA, and NFL is our very own sports expert, Tice Gagnon.
Thanks, Weston. In the NHL, the Penguins beat the Golden Knights with a score of 3-2 win in overtime, where Sidney Crosby scored 2 goals and Erik Karlsson with the game winner. The Jets edging the Rangers with a score of 2-1. The Canadiens beating the Canucks with a score of 4-2. Senators overscoring the Flyers with a score of 5-2, and after the big trade between Panthers and Bruins, without Brad Marchand playing, the Panthers lost 3-2 with the Bruins scoring 3 unanswered goals in the third. In the NBA, the day started with the Pistons destroying the Wizards 123-103. The Cavaliers continued their game-winning streak, beating the Nets 109-104. Tyrese Halliburton had a game winner against the Bucks, beating them 115-114, only by one. The Pelicans surprisingly beat the Clippers 127-120, with Zion Williamson having a triple-double. Spring training in the MLB continues with the Blue Jays edging the Twins by a score of 3-2. Baltimore tripled up on the Yankees 6-2. Detroit beat Atlanta 3-1. The Phillies got out their bats and made Red Sox pay pounding them by a score of 18-8. And the Florida Marlins overscored the St. Louis Cardinals 12-5. Coming up next, MCHS has a strong basketball tradition dating back to the 1990s. Reporter Cohen Pelletier had a chance to chat with several players on the JV boys basketball team to see how their season is progressing thus far.
The JV boys are coming off a loss in an exhibition game to Thorhill, but are hoping to bounce back in the upcoming tournament. Let's go ask a player on the team what got him into basketball.
My dad got me into basketball. He would tell me how much he played in high school, and I just wanted to be like him when I was younger, so I would just play with him all the time, and I eventually joined Sabres.
After that interview with Jacob, I asked another player what he wants to improve on as the team gets to the end of the season.
Well, I'd say that I'm really good at, knocking down shots when I'm open, just passing the ball around, being loud, playing defense, just doing what's needed on the court.
After that interview with Ryder, I asked another player for his thoughts on the coaching this season.
Yeah, the coaching was very good this year. There's a lot of running in practice, but that's just building up our stamina this year because at the start of the semester we were really, really slow. So yeah, building up our endurance was a really good thing that the coaches did, and yeah, it was really cool this season to do.
Let's go back to Ryder to ask him his personal goals and his goals for the team as we get towards the end of the season.
My personal goal is really just to improve on defense, defense and ball handling, It's two things that at the start of the year I've struggled with a lot, and it's reduced my minutes extremely, but I've worked on it and I've gotten better, and it's really been a good thing to see, and I've seen improvement in both playing time and skill. As a team, I really just I want to see us win zones. We have the skill to do it, and it's a good thing to have on not really a resume, but just as a team resume to see on the wall every day.
The team is hoping that their hard work and dedication this season will help them achieve their goal of winning zones and bringing home a banner this season. That's all for the team. This is Cohen Pelletier with MCTV News, signing off.
Welcome back. On March 10th, 1995, the very first episode of MCTV aired to local networks in the school. It was a 30-minute episode produced and directed by students featuring homemade iced tea advertisements, a cola taste testing skit, and stupid human tricks, and took place on a drama stage set that looked nothing like the familiar setup we stand on today. Now, MCTV celebrates its 30th year anniversary, and with me to reflect on this program's history and all the highs, lows, and the in-betweens is the familiar face that's been with the course through it all, Greg Boutestein. Welcome. How's it feel on this side of the wall?
It's a little different, but
Yeah?
you know what? Right now I'm having a nice relaxing chance to sit on the set and just unwind here. This is nice.
Yeah. So my first question is, what was it like producing shows back then, and how does it differ to shows that are produced now?
So the show that you see today is very much a very polished news style show. Back in the day when we started the show, it wasn't actually called MCTV News, it was called MCTV Live, and it was more of a variety show. So there wasn't really a lot of pre-produced segments, there wasn't a lot of scripting, it was a lot of ad-libbing. It was basically hosts would literally have to ad-lib their way through 20 to 30 minutes of airtime. So very different than the product you see in front of you today.
All right. And is there anything in particular that you liked about the shows back then? And if you could, anything that you would bring to shows that we do today?
When I talk to former, to alumni that have been through the program and they see our program now, they usually say, very polished now. But I think the thing I think that group brought, not that crews don't now, there was a bit of a different energy and a different vibe to it. There was a lot of making stuff up as you went along. How are we going to fill 5 minutes of airtime here? And kids would, there would be some shows where kids would literally shoot something in the morning, and then it would be on the air that day at noon. So it was very, I think that the spontaneity, I think, was a little bit higher on that end, but when I look back, I still, for the life of me, cannot figure out how half of those shows actually got to air, because by our standards, they would have been extremely chaotic compared to what we do today.
Yeah, some of the stuff you guys, I saw some of the last episodes, and some of the stuff you guys were doing, I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
All right. Second, is there any like moment in particular over the 30 years that this program has been doing? Is there any moment or like highlight in particular that sticks out to you as your favorite, or a crew you particularly liked?
Well, and there are certain crews out there, and I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, that was my favorite crew or whatever. I mean, I've been really blessed by working with a lot of great crews over the years. I mean, one that always comes up, is always the Survivor Series. That has always sort of been kind of this beast that we created, and and then went, oh, you have to do it again, and we're like, well, but do we have to do it again? Like, it was, I mean, that was almost a year project to produce 15 episodes, and I mean, it was phenomenal to do once. Would never want to do it again, but I mean, at least we can say we produced a reality show on MCTV. But for me, it's every year has got its memorable moments, and there's always those interactions that I think back on very fondly, and it's those interactions that really make this program so special to me, and just those interactions with the kids in sort of more of a work environment more than a class environment. Yeah.
All right. So not to get a little deep with it, but is there anything that teaching this class has taught you in particularly, or a way it's impacted your life in any way?
Well, and again, anyone who knows me well is going to laugh when they hear this. It has taught me patience. My crew may not believe that I'm that patient, but it has taught me that you do have to have patience. But I think the biggest thing that it's taught me, and what I love about the program, is that this show can't happen without a collective group effort. No matter how strong any one editor or person is, your show is only as strong as the entire team that puts it together. And I love to see the interaction. And I mean, some shows go really well. I mean, last week the show was very smooth from behind the scenes. This week, I mean, you're not going to notice it, but it was a very chaotic behind the scenes of the show this week. You're not going to notice that on the air, but through that all, I think there's lessons to be learned by the crew, and just you try to have as much of a sense. I think the thing is having a sense of humor. I think that's the thing with you, is you can't teach a course like this and it can't be all serious. There has to be that fun aspect to it as well, and I hope that's a reason why a lot of the kids who take the course originally will come back year after year, because there is that atmosphere that's very different than a traditional classroom that they would see in other parts of the building. Yeah,
it's very different, it's a lot more collaborative. Like, you can't have some person not do their job and the show go normally.
Absolutely, yeah, for sure.
And then finally, on the flip side of it, you kind of answered this already, but is there anything in particular that you really try to teach students, or like life skills that you try to instill in them in this class?
I try to let kids, I give a lot of, I hope I give the kids a lot of, I guess, what am I trying to say here? A lot of flexibility when it comes to their scheduling and being able to get their reports done. And I try to give them that ability to, if they want to work after school, I don't have to be supervising them. Like, we've always had an open door policy in the studio. Kids can sign up the equipment all semester long, and you trust them. You want to treat the students like they're professionals, and you hope that is going to be reciprocated by the students. That you treat them like a professional, they're going to act like a professional, and they're going to be able to get the job done. But I think that would be it there. So yeah.
All right, well, thank you so much for coming to this side of the wall. Thank you for stepping out of your usual director job for a moment.
Yeah, I really appreciate it. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate
it. Of course.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Next up, we take a look at a very busy department at MCHS. Everywhere you look, Student Council has made this school a fun and welcoming place for all students to be. Ryan Cox recently managed to catch some time with these hardworking students and brings us this report.
There has been a long-lasting tradition of Student Council here at MCHS, dating back to the 1990s. After 2005, Mr. Chopo took the wheel, making what Student Council is today, except during the 2021 school year, due to the global pandemic, where we unfortunately could not run it.
Over the years that Student Council has been around at MCHS, there have been countless returning members to Student Council. I was fortunate enough to interview 2 of these returning members. Here they are now.
I enjoyed doing events, helping out around the school. It also gives you credits.
So that's pretty cool. That's a really big incentive, I find. And yeah, it's a lot of experience. It looks good on resumes. And yeah, all that stuff just made me want to return.
The people. It's a lot of fun to be able to plan events in the school too.
After interviewing with the returning members of Student Council, we can't forget the new members as well. Here they are now.
The curiosity, basically, I wanted to try something new this year.
You see, I'm not exactly a social kind of person, and I figured this would be a good way to have to socialize, since you have to spend so much time planning with people. And for the most part, it did work pretty well. I'd say I made a couple friends that I really like and are positive influences in my life.
MCHS Student Council has 17 students for the 24-25 school year. Everyone has their own reasons for joining. They share their advice they would give to new members thinking of joining in the new year.
For new members, it's just like get involved, go and join. I think that's the best thing you can do, is really just put yourself out there, get involved, join these things, experience new things.
Be yourself, just don't stress out about it too much. And yeah, everyone's really nice, so it shouldn't be a problem.
I would say try to join as many things as possible and try to open yourself to new people. You can make a lot of fun memories when you do.
For the students who take the time to be in Student Council, they find it very rewarding. They shared what they think the best part of Student Council is.
Definitely being able to plan things and to be a part of the school. And
I think the best part of Student Council is the experience we get together. You get to meet a lot of new people, you get to try a lot of new things that you wouldn't get to try otherwise. You get to put on these big events for the school and even other schools, like we did with that leadership conference. And then you get to see all these things that you put work into planning come together, and you get to experience that, and it's a really great feeling.
MCHS Student Council is revving up to be a great year for the 25-26 school year. This has been Ryan Cox reporting.
And that's it for another episode of MCTV News. Join us for our last broadcast before spring break, when we will bring you a look at tomorrow night's open house, as well as reports at the senior boys basketball team, Black Paws Pet Resort, and the Construction 9 class. All this plus your sports and weekly weather forecast on Wednesday, March 19th episode of MCTV News. Okay, so the open house, are you going?
Oh yeah, I'm going to be helping out at the gym class.
Oh, no way!
Yeah.
Just like throwing baskets?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Are you going to open
I
house, or?
can't. I have to go see a play, but I tried to help for MCTV News and it just didn't work out, so
yeah.
it's fine. Yeah.
From all of us at MCTV News, I'm Weston Stevenson.
And I'm Bree Farough. Thanks for tuning in.